Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of EverQuest 2. In this one, it's going to be an introduction to races. I'm going to go down neutral first. I'll do the next video on good and then evil. And I'll take you through each and every one of these and read you the description and give you a little bit of knowledge that I've acquired from playing the game. And again, if you look over here on the right side, you can play a male or female. You can see the differences between the two. If you don't like specifically the way they look, but you know you like the gnome, but you don't like the fact that he was wearing glasses or that he's bald, don't be concerned. On the next tab, you can change the height of them. You can also change the glasses. You can give them tattoos, take tattoos away, give them piercings, change their color hair. A whole plethora of things that you can do to basically customize the character just the way you want. In other games, you'll see that basically everybody looks the same running by. The only thing to tell them apart may be their armor. But in this one, if you take the time, you won't see another character that looks anywhere close to the way you look. So let's go ahead and start at the top with Barbarian. Now again, I'll show you what the character looks like. I'm playing a paladin at the moment, just no, actually it's a guardian. I believe I picked just a random class that I picked. Each class will look a little different. Like these guys are wearing, heavy plate armor, where if you picked a wizard, you'd be wearing robes. So keep that in mind. But again, I'll show you the male and the female version of these, each one of these races, and read you the description. Hardy and strong, barbarians never backed away from a just conflict. Barbarians are loyal companions and unforgiving enemies. Barbarians make excellent fighters and priests. Now that's true. I have a barbarian guardian on my other account, level 90, and I raid with them all the time. I find that if you're going to pick a tank, it's a good idea to pick a tall character, tall class. That way people in your raid or in your group can easily see who you are. They don't have to, you get lost within all the mobs that are attacking and so on. They also start with a bit more health than most. And they get a couple of nice innate abilities, which I won't go into now, but I'll show you guys later in the game as well for each one of these. So we'll go to a Rudiate. I'll show you the male and the female version. Pretty much the exact same. There's not much to tell the two genders apart, actually. The hair is not there. Through descendant from humans, Rudiates eschew all ties to their less intellectual ancestries. Their culture is centered upon the accumulation of arcane knowledge and mystical powers. Rudiates make excellent mages and priests. So I've never played a Rudiate. We probably have to make one of those characters and check them out. But each class or each race will get a innate ability, and it sounds like mages and priests could benefit from these guys. So again, you don't necessarily, the game is not so geared towards that if you pick the wrong race that you're going to be, unwanted and everybody's going to be like, why didn't you pick the right guy? It's not that way. You can literally pick any class with any race and still be very efficient at your character. It's just certain ones will have certain abilities. And then again, you just pick the one that you like the look of as well. I mean, that is a factor in the way you pick. So Cara is one of the newer races that they've added with some of the expansions. They're the cat race. When the game first came out, it didn't have these guys. Cara worship the spirit of the land and those of their ancestors. Their often docile demeanor makes them fearsome and powerful predators that they are. Cara are well-rounded and are good at a variety of classes. So basically, they're neutral. They can be used for spellcasters, healers, tanks, and so on. Free blood. They're also another class that they recently added. They didn't have these when the game first came out. They're basically vampires. So if you're a goth or into emo or these other types of goth fetishes, or if you're one of those people who like vampires, this is definitely the race for you. Not content with hiding away in the alleys and shadows, the Free Blood have made their presence known. Unlike their cousins such as the D. Morte and Tai Hanin, the Free Bloods are not hindered by many of the weaknesses of the known vampire race, and can even be found moving about in the sunlight. Free Bloods make excellent scouts and mages. They have an innate ability to suck life away from the enemy. Basically, you know, vampires, you're sucking blood and giving it to yourself. They have the ability to do close to that. And so that's kind of nice if you're playing like a scout that can't heal themselves, because scouts and mages don't have the ability to heal themselves. You actually have this nice little heal that you can cast every so often. It's not a huge heal, but you know, it could make the difference in a fight. So gnomes. Gnomes make up their small statute with tenacity and ingenuity. Known for their inquisitive nature, they are constantly tinkering with devices, both mystical and technological. Gnomes make excellent scouts and mages. You know, the size on these for scouts is pretty nice because you won't get in the way when people are clicking on enemies and you're constantly moving around them to try to find the right spot. You know, whether it's in the back or the side or whatever the spell that their combat art that you have requires you to be. A very small class actually is kind of nice. You know, in raids it can get very overwhelming very easily to have, you know, 24 people all crammed together in this one little area. So the smaller you are, you know, it makes it easier for the tanks and some of the healers. So now you got a half-elves. Caught between the cultures of elves and humans, half-elves have struggled to establish their own society. They are known for their fierce determination and an independent spirit. Half-elves are well-rounded and are good at a variety of classes. So again, it's another one of those neutral classes that you can pretty much pick with any class that you want. And this is what the female version looks like. Again, if you're like, oh, I don't like the hair, or I don't like the because I can zoom in and you can see that she has a little piercing right there on her lip. If you don't like that, don't be swayed. You can always change all of that on the next tab. Let's go to humans. Humans are diverse and adaptable. Sometimes wise and sometimes foolish. Humans are capable of both remarkable ingenuity and startling brutality. Humans are well-rounded and are good at a variety of class. So they're basically another neutral character that you can pick if you're not sure, you know, what class you want or what race you should go with what class. These neutral class or races are good to pick for starting out. And again, you can change the hair color and the eye color and pretty much everything on these guys. So the rats. They are agile, crafty, and surprisingly charismatic. Little is known of their past. They are keenly perceptive and highly intelligent, but tend to be selfish and manipulative. They make excellent scouts and mages. Again, the size on these guys is perfect for a scout. It's just my preference, but a lot of people share that preference, and you can see his little monocle, which is kind of cool. But again, you can take that off or give him sunglasses. There's a whole bunch of things, and I'll get into that on the next screen. And there's the female version of them. So guys, on the next episode, I'm going to be going over the good races and the evil races. If you guys like these videos, please hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment below, or hit me up in game. And thanks again for watching, guys.